Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe. Look who it is.
It is King's Day with Kenn Kington.
It's Kenn Kington.
You can see me on the radio. Yay.
Hey, if you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live on the radio, there he is. And Dan, is it just me or does Kenn never ages? He looks the same as he did years ago.
He does. Exactly the same.
You and I have doubled our age, but he looks 25.
Yeah, looking good, man.
There's a secret to it. I had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and I don't have birthdays anymore. I have anniversaries of previous birthdays.
Okay.
So this year was my 29th anniversary of my 27th birthday. So
that's too much math for me. So
I love people in the audience doing the math and they're not good at it. And they're like, wow, he looks good for 93.
That's so funny. Yes. Kenn Kington, professional comedian, keynote speaker. We were just talking before we went live about you back on the road. Tomorrow night, you're going to be at St. Simon's, which is really cool. Let's talk about the road. How's it been? Have you been just doing primarily comedy, or are you still doing both out and about?
A little bit of both. I'm doing a men's event up in Cincinnati for a 6-week run, which has been a blast. And then I've done a couple dinner shows, which are really funny because you walk in and everybody's wearing a mask to get in, but when you sit down, they're allowed to take their mask off. So
that
apparently
makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah.
Hovers somewhere around 4.5 feet. And as long as you're under that, you're good. I'm just going to start walking around on my knees without a mask and go, it's okay. It's okay. I'm below the level. So it's all right. But yeah, I had a great time in Kansas. I've actually got a show tomorrow night in Buckhead at one of the theater dinner places, and it's a fundraiser for Atlanta Dream Center, and that's going to be a blast. I'm doing a couples date night thing, and I just laugh at the whole idea of social distancing at a couples event, and what does that look like? Now go home and don't get near each other. So I don't know. It's crazy. The craziness of it all is just off the hook.
It is. But it's good to know that there is a COVID line that I can stay beneath. Exactly. Like you said, now I can just stay beneath that and not worry about the mask. I love that.
Exactly. So the little people in our country, they're legally allowed to not wear masks, which is awesome. And to answer your question, though, Rick, it's been a lot of comedy, but it's also the book is in its actually going to press, and hopefully it'll be out on November 4th. So I've actually been doing some of that as well, just interviews and talking about the everyday is a bonus, and it's coming together really well. So I guess you're going to have to say he's a comedian, he's a speaker, and an author. Again,
there we go. Now author's on there. See, there you go. I just added it.
First illiterate to write a book.
So you're going to release it the 4th, and it'll be on your website, Amazon, et cetera, et cetera. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean the Amazon thing, and I would tell anybody who's like, who is this Kenn guy and why does he have a day and all that? If you have Amazon Prime, you can go and my the comedy special that I did that won the awards internationally is actually free on Amazon Prime. You can watch Wow Moments free, and then the book will be coming out. And I'm going to do if we can do something around the 4th on Faith Talk Live, I'm going to do something for just your listeners where they can get a free copy of it.
Sweet.
And it'll be really cool just because I love you guys and your fans are awesome.
Let's do that. I'm writing that down right now.
So how was the process of authoring a book? It's something that you haven't done yet, correct? Is this your first book you've written?
I wrote one book that was comedy, and I wrote 2 on relationships.
Oh, so this is.
And it just reminded me. Yeah, it's like giving birth. I think it's 9 months of misery and pain, and not physical, but for me emotionally and mentally. But man, it really from a birth perspective, from what moms tell me, all that pain goes away when you hold that copy of it and go, wow. And then you have feedback of people going, this is literally a paradigm shift for me in my life. And you put into words what I've thought and how to do it. And you've really made it, the very complex, be very simple. And it's so fulfilling, just kind of like having a child, and you forget the pain.
Yeah.
But now I got to write another one about something else, and I'll get right back into the pain.
Every Day is a Bonus is a book coming out in November, and we're pretty excited about it. I know that every every chapter is amazing. Is there a favorite chapter, or are they all like kids? They're all the same.
Oh, they're all incredibly meaningful, but very different. I think one of my favorites is where the title came from, Every Day is a Bonus. And it's just the interaction I had with the thoracic surgeon that did my open heart surgery, and my total loss of any filters, because I just basically walked through the valley of the shadow of death. And he said, other than your heart, you're in really great shape. And I said, well, that may be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And saying that to a surgeon who just saved your life, he was a little bit aghast. He said, well, excuse me. And I said, well, if the heart doesn't work, the rest of it doesn't matter. And he says, well, you got a good point there. He said, but your heart was so messed up. I have no idea why you're alive.
Wow.
And he said, I did everything we need to do. You're good to go, but you should have been dead about 8 months ago.
Wow.
And you need to treat every day like it's a bonus, because for you it is. And I've really taken that to heart. And every day is literally a bonus, and good, bad, or otherwise, I find something to enjoy in every day. I look forward to something every day. And today was FaithTalk Live, and I went and got my workout done so that I could be on here. That's why I'm sweaty and stinky, but fortunately you can't tell either of those on the radio.
That's right. This is not 4D radio. It's just 2D, I guess. I don't know.
It's all online.
Yes, it is. Well, that's awesome. Can't wait to read the book, and I just love something that you said reminded me of something that you've done with your boys. How you take them on trips individually and whatever they want to do, as long as it's not illegal or immoral.
Or
Is that
immoral.
the other one?
Yeah.
Or immoral?
You remember?
Then we're gonna do it. And I thought of that because I took Joshua to Texas a couple of weeks ago, and I thought of you as we were going on, and he was saying, "Hey, can we go do this or can we go do that?" I'm like, "Okay, darn you, Ken, we're gonna go do this now." But I thought of you, and it made for a great time, and I think that's awesome. You've had such an impact on everybody that you come in contact with, but me included. So I appreciate that. I just wanted to share that with you.
What a kick. Well, the next book is going to be kind of those lessons of parenting, and just what worked and what didn't work and why it worked. And that was definitely one of the ones that worked and continues to work. And I just love that. And we've got a youngest now. I know we've talked about Doc before.
Yeah.
He's missing his freshman year in high school, and that's a bummer. But they did just come out and they said, hey, starting in November, you can be online and Zoom, or you can be in class face-to-face. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've seen the studies or the surveys, but literally experts have said it is more damaging physically, mentally, and emotionally not to be face-to-face. And
yep,
I knew all that, but then Doc was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to go live, but I'm not sure, and I don't know what to choose. And Heather and I both looked at each other and went, yeah, that's not your choice.
You're going, pal.
Yeah, the mental, emotional, and physical health of your parents is going to say you're going to be there live. So it was, and bless his heart, he's done great. I love this one, and I'll be quiet for a second, but he's taking weight training.
Yeah.
Online. And we don't have a weight room in our house. So I was walking by one day, he's laying on the floor with his laptop pointing at him, because the coach needs to see them all. And he's got a broomstick, just pushing the broomstick up and down.
Was it a heavy broomstick? I mean,
no, it was a broomstick. And afterwards I was like, dude, what are you doing? And he said, well, the coach said that we got to have something so he can practice form on bench pressing. And I just thought, This is the perfect example of what society has come to. We're calling laying with a broomstick bench pressing.
Yeah.
And if that's not the weenie out part, we're hoping that maybe he moves up to a rake or a shovel by the end of the semester.
Maybe an axe. Add a little weight.
Maybe an axe. Maybe an axe. Who knows? But it's crazy. And there's going to be a lot of humor in it, and it's coming out.
That's awesome.
Hey, GoFundMe account is we're going to put that together for Doc's weights. Where to send those to if you have extra weights around the house. Have a heavy broomstick. Hey, it's Ken's Day with Kenn Kington. You know, Kenn, we've not talked about Heather for a long, long time. Is she not doing Heatherisms? What is
Heather Rhythms? Yes. You know what? It's at that stage of life where she absolutely still does them, and I just smile and enjoy them. And I haven't written many of them down lately, but she'll throw words out there. I'm trying to think off that. I tell you what, next time I come on, I'll make a note of the most recent ones, and we'll definitely do that. But I mean, just some of my favorites. I was going to a pastor's conference where I was going to be speaking to these guys. They wanted me to do some comedy and some encouragement. And we were on a walk, and she said, hey, these are pastors now, and they're Baptist. So you don't want to, oh gosh, what did she say? You don't want to lower the envelope. What? And what? And she goes, no, I mean, push the bar. And I was like, well, they're Baptist. I don't think they're going to the bar to begin with. And it's one where you know what she's trying to say, but it's just so enjoyable to go, okay, I won't push the bar. And I was really tempted to go to the Baptist and go, hey, where shots are on me after the
conference. That's too good. That's too good.
We're talking with Kenn Kington, and now she's back. She's back teaching, right, or no?
She's been online, and she had one of the greatest lines from one of her teacher friends. They've been online. She's physically at school now, and the kids come back, I think, on the 19th. But they're all there now, and she said one of her friends said teaching on Zoom is like having a seance. It's like, Johnny, are you there? Are you there, Johnny? If you can let us know you're in the room, that would be great. That's basically what we do for half the class. Sheila, we feel your presence, but we need to know you're with us.
We can hear you, but we don't know if you're there. Oh my gosh, that is comedy gold, Kenn. That is.
I know.
That is awesome.
Oh, too great. So there's a lot of humor in it. I just got to have chances to go do it.
You have to laugh or else you'll cry. The way our country is right now. Yes. You gotta love it.
So we did notice that, of course, and you mentioned that you've got some dates where you're, I'm assuming you're flying and you're showing up and doing some great comedy. What does 2021 look like for you? Is it picked up? Or?
I don't know what that was.
Is that my cue to do something fantastic?
I don't know what that was.
That's my royal entrance.
Now here's Kenn.
And here's Kenn. Yeah, so that needs to be the new. Every time we mention 2021, you play that little blurb. We've had a ton of stuff that's rebooked for 2021. Actually, the first comedy shows I was going to do was scheduled at this resort. It was an outdoor theater down in Gulf Shores, and so looking forward to it. And it was, they had a lot of feedback. People were like, gosh, yes, we need to laugh. We're coming. And the hurricane hit that weekend. So it's like, what else can go wrong?
Don't ask that.
2021, yeah. So 2021 is going to be great one way or another. We have gotten some pieces that are kind of flowing, and I think people are just ready to be out and going, hey, I understand what it takes now. The doctors know what to do. And I loved a guy yesterday on the radio. He said, one of the big things was we don't want to overwhelm the hospitals. That was the big push. And he said in his province, he's in Canada. He said, in our province in Canada, we have 170 cases of serious COVID-19, and we have 300 hospitals in this province. That's 2 hospitals per case.
Yeah.
So we're doing okay. Maybe that one doesn't work anymore, but I was just like, wow. So I think with the doctors, I know that they're like, yeah, we know how to treat it. 99.9993% of the people don't need hospitalization. And so I think it's kind of creeping out. I'm thinking after the election, the political part will drop and it'll ease for a little bit, maybe another month or so. And when you see this sign, mask optional, life is getting back to something normal.
Yep. Can't wait for that.
I just wonder, Dan and I have talked, and I've talked to a number of folks. We're excited about the election being over.
I'm just ready for all the ads to be over. I'm so tired of hearing so-and-so kills puppies. You should vote for me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you just got to think most Americans watch those and think the same thing. Like, do you really think we're believing what you're saying? It's just, yeah. And you see a candidate with a puppy and a dog and a baby, and they're all having fun. And then the ominous music and but he hates children. And America and the flag and the military, he hates everybody. And it's like, whatever.
Yes.
He even hates.
I'm with you. I'm ready for it to be done.
Yes.
Kenn Kington, we got to take a break, Ken. We appreciate you. And then we want to get back with you when your book is released. And KennKington.com. Check out Ken on his website, his Facebook. And hopefully you'll get to see him at a venue near you. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
And that's Kenn Kington.
Thank you.
He's lowering the envelope.
We'll be back.